Drop your anchor like a professional, precise and without a lot of strain on your anchor windlass. Anchoring is a big part of the cruising lifestyle. It's an emergency tool, but it's also part of our day-to-day routine. If you fuck up your anchor windlass, you're pretty much stuck. So let me show you a method so that you can drop your anchor very accurate and also give your anchor windlass a few more years to live without bursting into flame. Now this method applies to normal anchoring, you know, free swinging, but it is especially good for dropping your anchor in any type of Mediterranean mooring style anchoring when you're tying to the dock or when you're tying to the rocks. You see, when you're trying to do Mediterranean style anchoring, you are reversing on your anchor windlass and on your anchor chain. And sometimes if you get your calculations wrong, you might put a lot of strain on the anchor windlass and give it an early retirement. It's very hard calculation to do because you need to understand how fast you are going backwards versus how fast your anchor windlass lets out chain. And sometimes you even need to drop your anchor in a very precise location because there's rocks or seaweed. You want to drop it in that beautiful patch of sand. So, it's time to introduce you to a component on your anchor windlass that you might not know existed. And of course, I am talking about the anchor windlass clutch. So, this is pretty much the gatekeeper of how much stress your windlass can take. If I open it, the slightest pull of anchor chain will cause the windlass to spin, all right? And if I lock it, all right, this will hold on to the anchor chain pretty much until it breaks. So by opening it, you can pretty much let gravity do all the work and the anchor windlass will drop to the ground until it touches the bottom. And then when you start reversing, it will let out chain according to the speed of which you are reversing back. Like this, you don't need to rely on your calculation. You just need to cruise by the point where you want to anchor to drop. You open up the clutch and let gravity do the work. Once the anchor is at the bottom, the anchor chain would slowly feed out according to your backward speed. Before you reach your end spot, you want to close that clutch so that the anchor windlass will pull on a little bit on the anchor and dig it deep in the sand and give you good hold. Now, if you do this in deep water, you might create some momentum behind this drop that will cause the anchor windlass to just drop, and more chain. So just be mindful of dropping exactly how much you want it so you don't run out of chain. Pay attention that some windlasses are very salty and this might not work. You might open up the clutch and nothing will happen. So make sure to treat your windlasses good and also pay attention for legs and hand when that thing spins fast. It is very dangerous. Please stay safe and stay tuned for more tutorials. See you in the next one.